Okay, I have no idea what's going on here. It almost looks like there's a bit of a clan war. We've got 5 hyenas running over the horizon. And we've got 3 this side. Look at this, everyone. We've got lions behind me. This is crazy. Okay, so this morning we found quite a decent amount of lion tracks from last night maybe, all along the road here. So we're going to follow them and see where they lead us. Obviously, like I said, this is pretty much close to the area to where we've had that buffalo herd being called in. So all along the road here you can see the tracks. Okay, so we've managed to catch up with this very small breeding herd of buffalo. It looks like there's probably close to about 30 individuals. Not a very big herd at all. But we are going to hang around with them just for a little bit because those lion tracks went into this massive block where we've seen these buffalo next to the road. So there's a good chance they could try and hunt now. Otherwise, what we'll do, we'll carry on. We have heard a report that the Mbiri pride have been found way up north. We are just a little bit far, so we might leave here and head straight north. Or what we'll do then is come back this afternoon, and hopefully these buffalo have made their way to Main Dam and have maybe pulled the Narus in behind them. So we'll see how it goes this morning. Okay, so we had quite a drastic change of plans. We were obviously around Main Dam side, and then we decided to head north. We had the update of the Mbiri pride here. We've got the young open male and a lioness, and the report was that they'd actually killed a zebra last night and they were busy feeding on it, and there was lots of hyenas in the area. I can't see the carcass at the moment. I've only got visual of the open male and one of the Mbiri lionesses. So I don't know where everyone else is and where the actual carcass is, but we'll spend a bit of time and have a look around and see where the rest of the crime scene is at. Okay, so how's this, everyone? We've got 4 quite large hyenas that have moved into the area. Obviously they've smelt or seen the vultures or heard the commotion of the Mbiri pride feeding on the carcass, and they've come in now, and I don't think these lions have seen them yet. Let's see if they get a visual. They might chase them. So you can see now this lioness has definitely gotten visual of these hyenas. I wonder if she's going to try and chase them or if she's just going to stay put. I still don't know where the carcass is exactly. I'm actually going to try and keep an eye on the hyenas because they're probably going to go straight to where the carcass was. Here we go. Okay, so those hyenas just came running straight towards these lions. I presume they've just been chased. Let's see, we might get a bit of interaction here from this. It'll be great. Okay, I have no idea what's going on here. It almost looks like there's a bit of a clan war. We've got 5 hyenas running over the horizon. And we've got 3 this side. Look at this, everyone. We've got lions behind me. This is crazy. Yeah, this is very bizarre. So I think what's actually happening is we've got a clan of hyenas, or a couple members from a clan, feeding on the zebra or trying to move in. And then we've got these hyenas here from a different clan. Okay, so we've got 4 hyenas that are slowly approaching the open male in this lioness. We've got the 5 hyenas on the ridge that are making their way back. We couldn't have asked for a more entertaining morning. I'm not sure where the rest of the pride are. I thought that there were more members of the Mburi pride here. They must have moved off, or they're still holding the kill. This is quite bizarre. We'll try and reposition now. We've literally got 4 hyenas lying side by side, less than 20 meters away from them. Very bad, or the very lioness and the open young. Okay, so to give you a better perspective, that looks like the rival clan on the ridge there, and then we've got obviously 4 that are with us here and 2 members of the Mburi pride. See, the shift keeps changing and these hyenas keep getting confidence and then running back. Okay, they're coming full speed now. Let's see what happens. Okay, this clan's in hot pursuit of the other clan now. They're off. They're off into the distance. They're chasing. I have a feeling that's not the end of it. They've chased the 4. There's definitely more than 5 here. I think there's about 6 or 7 hyenas that are obviously ganging up against the 4. It must be something to do with rival clans. I don't think they would behave this way to the same members of their clan. They're not even getting close to each other. Okay, so we followed the more dominant clan now to this shrubbery area. And I think this is possibly where the kill is. I don't know if there's any lions in here, and that's why they're not going in. I'm sure we'll know in a bit if we see something charging out the bush or we hear growls. Let's have a look. Okay, so there are still lions inside here, and that's obviously why the hyenas haven't fully gone in yet. We've got one of the, it looks like a youngish male, one of the youngsters. So seriously, for a minute there, I thought something was caught. It sounded almost like a wildebeest had been caught, and obviously I don't know how many lions are in the area and if they're all scattered and maybe one just walked into a lioness busy sleeping. Okay, so you won't actually believe it. We've been very lucky to see the secretary bird in all of the chaos that's happened. But funny enough, this is actually the culprit for the noise that we heard. Now, if we play back the sound, it literally sounds like something dying, and I went and listened, and then I saw the bird walking in the distance. And secretary birds, the call they make is horrible. It literally sounds like something dying. And this was it. This is the secretary bird that fooled me and the half of the Mburi pride, who also thought that they just had another free meal on their hands. We're going to move a bit forward and see if we can get a better shot of this bird. There's a spectacular bird never mind the situation we're in. But it's so funny how sometimes in nature even tricks get played, never mind on us but on some of the animals too. So after being fooled terribly by the secretary bird, I'm still quite embarrassed about that, to be honest with you. We've come back and it looks like the Mbiri Pride are slowly moving off that zebra kill and they're moving into the shade. And of course we've got the hyenas that are still waiting for their gap. I don't know how much is left. I haven't actually seen the carcass. It's in quite a thick little bit of shrubbery, as I've mentioned before. But I would... Okay, so we are out this afternoon again, and plan is obviously to head straight back up north where we left the Mbiri Pride this morning with all the hyenas. And here we've got, I think, one of the hyenas from this morning. And the direction that she's heading, he or she, it looks like a she's heading is straight towards Kokomoya Dam, where there's a last little bit of water that I think she wants. Obviously it's been lying in the sun up on by the koppies for the whole day. Very big, decent sized hyena. So at the moment this is all we pretty much have left, and it's two hooded vultures sitting on a tiny dead tree. We're right in the area of where the Mbiri Pride had killed this morning and where all the hyenas were. I see there's hyenas in the distance all over the place. Report is that the Mbiri Pride are actually heading south and west now towards Kokomoya Dam. They're probably going to go and try and drink. As I suspected this morning, there isn't much water here, so they're going to need to go somewhere and drink, and they've obviously chosen that as their path. Okay, so what an ending to such a busy day out in the bush. We had a great ending where the Mbiri Pride, or a few members of the Mbiri Pride, were walking, and there was quite a lot of vehicle activity before we got there, and obviously there was quite a bit of dust turned up, and the light coming through was just, I mean, you saw something that you can't script or plan for them to walk into that dusty haze. So that was really wonderful. Overall, really great virtual safari, and just full of action this morning, which is always great out in the bush. But we're going to head out early tomorrow morning. We're going to go back to camp now, and we'll see you all on the next episode of the virtual safari.